Despite it looking likely that he'll lose his tour card at the end of next season, Mensur Suljovic has been an unbelievable darts player over the years, and in 2017 even picked up a major title at the now defunct Champions League of Darts. The Austrian beat Gary Anderson in the final of that event and reached another major final in 2018 at the prestigious World Matchplay, where this time he lost to Anderson in a great game, which was the longest game in the history of the Matchplay. But just a few years later, Gary accused Mensur of gamesmanship due to his slow play at the 2021 World Championship, which led him to give one of the most famous interviews in the history of darts, where he threatened to retire from the sport. Hello and welcome back to the Darts World video. Today we're going to take a look at the history of Mensur's slow playing style and how it has got him into trouble on a few occasions. In his early televised appearances, such as at the 2002 BDO World Championship, Mensur had a very smooth and silky throw. However, he eventually began to struggle with dartitis, a mental condition that makes it hard for players to release their darts, meaning that he had to adapt his throw and grip to a very strange and unique one, which is not the quickest and has been described as making him frustrating to watch. Paul Nicholson has called Mensur one of the hardest players to face, but not because he was slow the whole time, but due to the variability in his pace, which saw him have some slow legs followed by quick ones. He said that you don't ever know what you're going to get from Mensur, unlike playing the always pedestrian Justin Pipe. By the 2011 World Championship, Mensur was making his fourth Ali Pali appearance, and he'd climbed up to world number 50 and was drawn in the first round against Michael van Gerwen, which may sound like a tough one, but back then MVG was only just inside the top 32 and the odds had Mensur as only the slight outsider at 2-1. Mensur actually managed to win that game 3-1, reaching the second round for the third time in 4 attempts, meaning that he had a chance to reach round 3 for the first time, but then he got a very tough draw against the then world number 2 James Wade. Mensur was understandably a big outsider for that game, with average odds of 7.98 and one bookmaker offering higher than 11.0 on a win for the Austrian. However, Mensur managed to cause a big upset, winning 4-2 in North London. In the Sky Sports studio, Rod Harrington said on the slow pace of Mensur they had thrown James off of his rhythm. One media outlet said that Wade struggled to come to terms with the near-funeral pace of his unheralded Austrian opponent, whilst the BBC said that Mensur's slow pace caused problems for Wade. At the World Matchplay in 2019, Mensur faced his good friend Jermaine Wattimena in the first round and was the big favourite with the bookies at 1.45, with Jermaine having odds as high as 3.4. The match would be hard for Jermaine due to the quality of Mensur, as well as the difference in the pace of the players, with Wattimena being one of the fastest throwers in the PDC. When the game got underway, Mensur was playing at his own pace and averaging in the 90s, and he managed to take a comfortable 4-1 lead heading into the first break, with Jermaine averaging just 84, having hit just 17% of his shots at double. Fans and pundits noted how Jermaine was getting rattled by the slow pace of Mensur, and this carried on following the break, becoming obvious in leg 9, where at 7-1 up, Suljovic dropped a dart, leading Jermaine to give him a sarcastic applause, accusing him of doing it deliberately to slow the game down even more. Mensur went on to get a huge 10-1 win, averaging 96 compared to the 82 of Jermaine. Immediately after the game, Mensur gave his thoughts about the drop dart incident in an interview.
Just a moment where Jermaine was clapping you, what was going through your head, what was that about?
I don't know, man, flying on the floor. So what is this problem? This is not me problem, it's a problem for him, sorry.
He made it clear that Jermaine was just rattled about something, but Wattimena felt the opposite, and in an interview for Dutch TV, he said the following: "Darts is not like it was in the past. It's not a fair game anymore. I want to recall Joe Collins' comments. You need to win fair matches on merit. If you want to win like this, that's your choice. Suljovic is a cheater." Though, on the following day, he released the following apology. "Firstly, I want to apologise to Mensur. I know him and he's a good player without bad intentions. He demolished me and it just didn't click for me. I was carried away by too many emotions and frustrated in my interview with RTL7. I shouldn't have done that. I want to wish Mensur all the best for the second round at the World Matchplay." Some fans tweeted saying that Mensur knew exactly what he was doing playing slow against the rapid Jermaine, accusing him of gamesmanship, but PDC Pro Ryan Joyce responded saying that the Austrian throws at the same speed against any opponent. Therefore, I and many fans agree with this tweet. Mensur doing exactly what Mensur does, just takes his time, has a drink, puts some chalk on his hands, casually goes about his business. Watamina was worse for letting any of that get to him. You know what you're going to get with Suljovic, you just have to deal with it. Mensur was accused of gamesmanship again at the 2021 World Championship, where he faced Gary Anderson in a hard to call round 2 game, where he was a slight outsider at 2.2 compared to Gary, who was at 1.7. During the first set in particular, Mensur played very slow and took his time in between visits, playing around with chalk and his darts on his table. Gary went on to win the first set in a deciding 5th leg, but Mensur then won 3 of the next 4 sets to take a 3-2 lead, and at this point he seemed to be throwing quicker. Gary then won back-to-back sets to get a 4-3 win after a long game which took almost an hour and a half. Gary was visibly annoyed throughout most of the game, and at one point he got so angry that he launched an overarm dart at the board after missing on the inside of double 1. Following the game, Gary gave a now famous interview to Sky saying the following: "Absolutely dire, absolute joke of a game. Everyone says, why do you get cheesed off with darts? That's one of the reasons. Did you watch the last set, or the 3rd set? Was he slow then? No, he was not slow. I nicked it at the end. I don't know how, but if that's darts, I'm off ski. If that's how darts is going, and that's how it gets played now, have fun. I'm off. I'm away for a game of golf or something. I'm not going through that again." Many fans and pundits felt Mensur crossed the line in that game, but again, many sided with Mensur too, saying that he played at his own pace and didn't break any rules. Mensur eventually responded, saying the following in an interview with Online Darts: "World Championship is not my tournament. Every year lose 1st or 2nd round. This year, I didn't like this game. For me, not world champion. I like him. Brilliant player, however, it is not correct. I swear on my children, never doing this. Gary Anderson is my friend. Big player. I never do this with Gary. They say I play slow. This is not correct." 11 years after their first Ali Pali meeting, Mensur played Michael van Gerwen in the World Championship again in 2023, this time in round 3, and he was asked if he would try to slow Van Gerwen down to get him out of his rhythm, but he said this: "No, never, never doing this. Everyone always tells me I play slow against quick players, but I never do. I play my game, focus on my feelings. Michael is my friend. I like him. He's a brilliant guy." Now, I want you to let me know what you think about Mensur's slow playing style, so let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, also, please don't forget to subscribe, as currently, just 15% of my viewers are. You can also hit the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever I upload a brand new darts video. Please also leave a like if you enjoy this style of video, and if there's any topics you want me to cover, let me know in the comment section.